action, we're looking from the perspective of 12 Teen against JK the Bullfrog. They're just playing 2 games of Crazyhouse960, and I'm joined in voice chat by Jarl Carlander. Hi there, Jarl.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. And they're playing. So just going back to the first position, because should we take it a bit slow, like be a little bit behind the action? That there's no harm in that. That we're not interfering. So what do you think of the initial position? King already looks kind of safely in the corner of the board. I guess opening up the bishop diagonal looks tempting, but the knights both want to go to d3, so that's a bit of a slight awkwardness. But okay, so 12 Teen goes for opening up the bishops. That's what I noticed against Katas. 12 Teen loves to open up the bishops, and Katas loves to bring out the knights first. Okay, and 12 Teen's really sort of defended his king with the knights in front of his king, and JK the Bullfrog going for the quick sack on f2. So any initial thoughts on this?
I don't like this for 12 Teen. I think J Kill is going to win.
So okay, so then going ahead, he actually wins the piece back, but 12 Teen wins a queen. So it's looking going a little bit further forward. Okay, so the king is in check and staying back. So so he didn't go king. Okay, he couldn't go king takes pawn. The bishop's actually defending that pawn. Okay, oops. So the problem is takes g2 and at f2 is like a double whammy. So yeah, if we go that far forward, why wasn't takes g2 and at f2 just almost game over? There must be something. Must be some reason why that. Was he afraid of knight e7 check? Bishop takes. Was there anything stopping? Just simple at takes g2?
I don't see. Yeah, that's weird. That's surprising. Okay, yeah, I think he should have just taken g2. I'm not sure. Takes g2, knight e7, bishop takes, queen e8. Yeah, I don't see anything for white there, but maybe there is something.
Okay, so the one difficulty about this site is the clocks are this tiny thing ticking down, and it's really hard to there's no real sign that you're running out of time. So what I've noticed in my experience with Crazyhouse960 is you can run out of your attack, but hang on, he's got knight takes e3 just picking up the queen, but it's so easy to just run out of pieces for your attack. Is what I'm trying to say. Even if you've got a really nice position. But I don't think he's running out of pieces here. He's got bishop takes f3 if he wants it in future as well. But maybe he does have to be careful. Okay, so where was the mate? He didn't take the queen. He was scared of something. He was scared of knight h6, knight f6, and I think rightly so. That's mating. Knight h6 takes, knight at f6, king g7. The other knight comes to h5. And that's mate, right?
Yeah, and probably that knight is more valuable than the queen anyway. The knight, when you take d1, you're giving white's king room to move, and you give him a tempo. Whereas knight d5 is actually seems nice. I don't know if J Killer.
So Gina217 says there was no mate. There was no mate. Black was running out of pieces. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm worried in this position that black is out of pieces, but if he takes the queen, so Gina likes white, by the way. He thinks black's out of pieces, but if he takes the queen,
likes white. Yeah.
White must have had some mate. I was thinking knight h6, knight f6, but takes king g5 here. Yeah, is that enough?
I think here it's just knight h6, queen takes g7, knight f5 must be winning.
Queen takes g7. Yep. Why not just knight h5 just straight away? Okay, knight at h5 is played. I was thinking knight to h5. And black resigns. So JK resigns the first game. it's gone on to a rematch. That happened all very quickly. So I can actually... So... That was only a 17 move game. We can analyze it later on Lichess as well. White's clock is already down 15 seconds. It's quite crazy. I'm just gonna open up that game, import the game to Lichess, while they're thinking about starting another game. Import game, just as a way of studying it, and just put the board geometry down to something small enough that it fits. Cool. That's awesome. Okay, so request analysis. Have they started the game too? Oh, they've started now. So it's the same position again, and I imagine JK is white this time. So we're now looking from JK the Bullfrog's perspective. And again, he's going for b4 rather than b3. So you liked JK's approach in the opening in that game, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm not sure why he couldn't have just taken on g2 like you said, but if there was a valid reason for that, then I don't like his approach.
Okay, so let's have a look. If he just takes on g2, yeah, apparently just queen takes knight was the problem. Eek. Yeah, and white's got force mate. Too many threats from white. Apparently white's winning basically the whole game, according to the Stockfish. There's only like one move when white isn't winning, which was after he went knight f3. Black can go h5, h5, h4 on move 5. That was the only point in the game white wasn't winning. Pretty amazing. I mean, pretty amazing how, yeah, we both sort of misinterpreted who was winning. 12 teams fine all along.
I think that is JK gonna go pawn d7 to win back his knight?
So it seems, yep. So how did he lose his knight again? Just he sacked. Well, he got 2 pawns for it. So it's actually he's still the material's equal. Development seems reasonable. Oh, he didn't take the bishop. Maybe it doesn't matter. But I'm worried about bishop takes h2. But maybe that's not a worry because it just opens up the rook. Okay, so it comes to the same thing.
Yeah, I think white wanted to see bishop takes h2 there.
Yes, yeah.
e3 now, cover f2, and defend the knight. Because you don't want to go knight g4 really. Whew.
So you defend the knight how, do you think? By
Bishop g3.
Bishop g3, yeah, that makes sense. Because we're protecting both f2 and... So one thing that this chess variance training doesn't have is arrows on the board. So Jubitami's done a great job adding to Pi chess. Okay, but he draws back the knight. So I do support this website too because that you can do Crazy House puzzles on it, and I'm basically the one who helped sort of create a list of themes for the Crazy House puzzles. And the point of that is so, like in the long distant future, people can like train according to theme. You know, the magnet mate, the deflect the defender, and it's things you just forget. Like even as a as a sort of intermediate player, you just forget. Oh, you can use magnet mate, or oh, you can use deflect the defender, and even though they're really basic techniques. And by the way,
Bishop h3 here.
Even watching, yeah, bishop h3 looks interesting as long as you don't get mated. Yep, as long as there's no smother. Because even watching Bughouse streams, like even watching 2300s playing Bughouse, the number of mates and so on they miss is phenomenal. There's and I'm no better when I'm playing. It's just sometimes when I'm observing it, somehow I notice things which I don't notice when I'm playing. And the top players don't. I mean, they really don't miss the easy, mates and twos, mates and threes. They just people like Katas. They just deliver. So this is going all rather quickly, isn't it? So it doesn't feel like a 5+5.
I think JK is using so much time because he's on his phone, and moving the pieces is harder.
Well, I think they're both playing very quickly.
Knight at G4.
I don't understand. Yeah, okay, that does. Takes, knight at G4. Yeah. So JK's got. So the one thing which 12-teen will not do is what JK's done in this game is not get the queen out. That's something 12-teen's pretty good at. So yeah, JK's position looks a bit suspect in that sense. Having said that, he's got a queen in hand. So I was just trying to think about weaknesses. H3 is maybe a slight weakness, but it's defended, so no, it's no real weaknesses. Quite passive going knight to d7. He's really worried about f6, wasn't he? Maybe just, I mean, can we just go g5? I mean, it seems too. Can we? No. Yeah, why not?
I wasn't thinking G5. I was thinking H4.
It's too slow. I mean, Crazyhouse doesn't have time for that. I'm just joking. I'm thinking maybe at g5, maybe, just for covering of more squares. But maybe then we're a pawn lacking.
I mean, bishop G2 is probably. Oh, okay, knight F5.
So he wants at h6, right?
I'm not sure this is any good, because it's easily ignored, isn't it? Like bishop F8 and what does?
Yeah, bishop h8 is good because I was thinking bishop g5, and that's not so good because then you can go h4, right? Bishop g5, h4. And then suddenly white would be probably doing quite well. So bishop f8, interesting. Oh, h4, it comes. Okay, so I'm just going to back up. How did white win the queen again? It was, he had the fork, won a piece. He was just bugging. He was bugging 12-teen's queen, and so 12-teen gave up on the queen. Ooh, interesting. That bishop suddenly staring down that long diagonal. He's only got a queen in hand though, so maybe 12-teen's doing okay after all.
I'm really starting to prefer black now.
Yeah, it seems to be the case. 12-teen is just too good. Okay, so that's rest in peace your attack. And white still hasn't got his queen out. Queen has to do something during the game. Maybe it's time to stop attacking and just go bishop g2 and.
I think just bishop takes a2 for 12-teen. Oh, okay, knight g5. Now, what's the threat?
They both run out of material, so it's interesting. It's become a chess game. It's a chess game for now.
Crazy House players are so quick to declare Crazy House games with low trades chess. I see this a lot because I play like low trade and stuff, and people are just like, "Oh, this is a chess game. It's not wasting my time."
No, so what I'm trying to say is, for a few moves, you have to get out of Crazy House mode, because Crazy House mode is you must sack or you will lose. Now, if you only got a queen in hand or nothing in hand, right? You don't have to be in this kind of panic of I need initiative. I need to do something. I need to do something amazing, or else my opponent will kill me. Your opponent doesn't have any pieces. He can't kill you. So just develop your pieces. Get your pieces out. So it means you can change your your mode of thinking. You don't have to go crazy. Like he could have spent a move to try and get his queen somewhere. Not quite sure where though. That's the problem. So
I was wondering if instead of bishop at e3, he just goes e4.
well, yeah, that helps.
That
It helps get the queen out at least. Yeah. Yeah. So bishop d2 had to come at some point. It comes now. Takes, 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 and that queen is going to get harassed now. So hitting the queen, hitting g4, bishop at f3 will come next. So, oh, he just gives up the queen. I thought maybe, interesting. So he wants the knight. Knight for a queen is a good deal. So he takes it. Okay, so 12 team can win, by the way. We're just playing along the light squares now. So e4, f3 are just too weak. As long as he's not getting mated, that is, which I don't think he is. Hang on, you've got to be careful. Sorry. Just had a sneeze out of nowhere. Does he have to be careful? E7.
Takes e4, knight takes h6. E4 can't be taken here.
So knight takes h6, takes back. Knight
f6.
Knight f6, king g7.
Takes e4. Or queen g8 maybe.
But after knight takes e4, then there's knight f... Queen g8, king takes knight...
I think 12 team agrees with me because he didn't take that bishop.
Yeah. Well, he was certainly worried about it. It was certainly, yeah, risky. So suddenly something... Yeah, these games go quite quickly, don't they? That's what I was thinking, just go e4, f3, but you can't just go e4, f3 because of... Apparently. I don't understand queen d5. What's it threatening? Absolutely nothing. I mean, I don't know, white's doing okay now, almost, but just the queen, why is the queen there? That's the only thing. There must be a reason, but I don't see it. Oh, he wants bishop f... Black wants bishop f1. Ouch. That's painful. Okay, so he had to take the queen, which makes sense. Maybe white's doing okay here. Hang on, queen takes f7, is that anything? Queen takes f7 and knight at e5? Whoa, 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 whoa. Queen takes f7, knight at e5.
Bishop takes f4 just makes that threat even stronger.
It does, yeah.
If bishop at e6, then I think queen takes e6. There's probably... Okay, yeah. I think JK is going to win this one.
Looks like it. Maybe
I didn't win.
At g6? At g6? Yeah, he does.
Oh, wow. That's crushing.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You spotted it.
Yep.
Yes.
It's hard to defend both. There's no counter. Resigns. That was a longer game.
JK just sacks right out of the opening, and then you've got to defend all game. I think the problem was at e4 was the beginning of Black's worries because he just lost the initiative. It's crazy how quick that turned around after at e4.
I can put it in a study if you want. So put it in I can start up a new study for ZH960. So let's call it ZH960. Season 7.960. It's a public study, and we're going to add, if you're on Lichess, we can add you in. Yep. So hopefully you're in now, and that's going to give you superpowers. So that was game 2. I'm just added in just then. And game 1, I had it. So I'll be back in the study in a second. I'm just quickly fetching game 1. Just if you have any, there's no need to make any comments. Just if you do have any. So 12 teen JK. Save chapter. So that's game 1. So game 2. Yeah, and just to quickly look at. Okay, profile, imported games. Where has it gone? Okay, so I'm in the study now. Just having a quick look. It seems like the Lichess analysis just has not worked at all on this. Doesn't understand. That doesn't make sense. Does this make sense? Just seeing if it came out correctly here. So in the final position, after at g6, yeah, it's forced mate for white. So by then it's got too late. So what's the turning point? Yeah, so knight d3 I didn't think was great, but yeah, apparently it is good. Yeah, knight at g4, which we were wondering about, turns out to be the best move. So then I was thinking of the crazy move g5, and g5 is the best move, by the way, in that position, so yay.
I was thinking knight c5 as well, so it's interesting.
So knight c5, yeah, they're all like in the top 3. Going at h6 directly is actually now it's thinking of the best move. But anyway, it'll flip around as it gets higher depth. So it's just get an idea. It doesn't like h4 though. And I was thinking, I didn't understand the queen drop, but I bet it likes the queen drop. So giving up the queen, it's got no problem with giving up the queen. I didn't realise white was winning. It's like plus 20. I was like, really? Queen at d5. It wants at g6 even at that stage, but queen at d5 is a good move apparently. So yeah.
I thought white was better, but I didn't realize it was like
No,
plus 20.
exactly.
I thought like plus 5 or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I wasn't even sure white was better. It's like I completely
I don't
missed.
even think Jeek realized he was winning because he went knight f4, which is like pretty safe.
Yeah.
Like he didn't. There were all kinds of second opportunities he didn't go for until it was like, okay, it's plus 38 at this stage, plus 41.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I was thinking queen takes rook was going to come, but because you have a pawn in hand, knights. I'm not sure actually. At least when you have the queen, then it's certainly you want to go queen takes f7. So yeah, queen takes f7 directly.
Oh yeah, mate in 5.
Yeah, it did look like it.
Knight h8. That's what I missed.
Yeah, we did miss that one. Yeah. So the point is, if you go to g8, just f7, so that's very simple. If you go to e6, then just queen f7, so that's also very simple. So there's only really one place you can go, which is here, and that's no good because of here blocks. And it's a very simple mate. Yeah. So instead knight d8, g6. Yeah, so what was the turning point? He just seemed to be winning out of nowhere.
I thought the turning point was at e4. Was that correct? I guess not.
So bishop d6 seems to be the turning point. Instead of going for something more aggressive, bishop... Well... No, now it likes bishop d6 at higher depth, so... I think it's a great find, the bishop takes e5 whole idea. Because Stockfish doesn't really recognise it, and I think at higher depths it probably will recognise it. It's a great idea. Yeah, so I mean, just a really well played game, basically from JK. If I look at the import, the import just didn't make any sense. It didn't understand the game. Yeah, I thought White's king was a bit airy. That's why I wasn't so sure. Although he had the queen, I thought Black had a lot of pieces. And definitely at the point when White runs out of pieces after like at h6, so move 22. At that point, I was thinking White's run out of pieces. Apart from he's only got a queen, and he hasn't developed his queen at all. His queen on d1 at all. It's how to develop that queen. But anything like developing the queen, like e4 or something, is probably bad. I'm not sure. Knight g5, maybe f3 becomes weak. So the queen, I guess, did have a purpose, a defensive purpose back on d1. So knight f4. I mean, really well played, I guess, from JK.
I really want to know if... Oh, I guess we answered that already, and it turns out that... work in that first game.
Okay, so going back to the first game, so which move are we looking at? So the first game was as follows.
Where we were both going, oh yeah, Jika's winning. He's going to take on G2.
Yeah.
Take on G2 and threaten at F2.
Yes, the problem was queen takes G4 after it takes G2. Oops. Yeah.
Interesting.
And then he's just out of material. Yeah, but then he wins the queen. So the question, I guess you couldn't take the queen. So if you take the queen, yeah, knight h6, g takes h6, knight f6, king here. Yeah, knight g to h5 is just simply mate because the bishop and knight are actually cutting off the squares. That's really important. I saw it was close to mate. I just didn't see it was already mate. So instead he has to defend, and then it's pretty bad. He sacks knight h5. Knight h5, knight h5, so at that point it's a resignation because of this, and a pawn is coming on the back rank, and it's getting really ugly. Bishop at f8, knight g7, king here, knight 7 to f5 check, takes, king goes back, because if the king comes forwards, there's rook at e5 check. So the king goes back, and then there's rook at e7 check, takes, and a smothered mate. Okay, so that was... Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me for this very short stream covering these two games on chessvariants.training, and it's just good to quickly analyze them on Lichess as well.
All right. Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks for having me. I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Bye.